Sagittarius, song that's playing for you is I'm the Plug. Oh, god damn. Why they always do that? I'm the Plug. So you the connect in some way, shape, or form, Sagittarius. You the reason why there's life in the situation. You the reason why there's balance. Ain't no other reason but the reason is Sagittarius, and you connected those dots. You bring life to this space. And without you, there would be nothing, and that shouldn't be like that. You feel me? You pulling more weight than everybody else around you, Sagittarius. And now that you became aware of your role or your connect or your situation, now you're more stable. Because really, you are the plug. Yeah, look, you out of conflict because something done failed. You realize the only reason this is floating is because I'm here. Now, you're not going to bring me problems on something I'm keeping afloat. You feel me? I'm out this bitch. So y'all can have all the problems your damn self. You ended it. Because Aries, I said Aries, you might be dealing with Aries, but Sagittarius can only do so much. You feel me? You ain't in conflict over a decision you made, but people may be in conflict over a decision you made. You feel me? But it don't matter because they need you in order to do what they trying to do, Sagittarius. Yeah, look, you realize you can't heal something. No matter what you do, no matter how much emotions you bring, you can't heal it. Because when you trying to fix it, when you trying to work on it, it only brings you conflict. It's like something was alive because of you, but you trying to keep something alive was only, it's like it was almost going against you. So you was like, fuck it. Can't fix it, can't heal it, can't work on it. It is what it is. Something toxic. And you put it down. You was like, all right, I'm defensive towards this now. Because anytime I try to work on this situation, anytime I try to do anything, anytime I try to give myself, I get fucked up. I get hurt. I get in conflict. I'm done. Said Sagittarius. I'm cool. Yeah, look, you leaving something alone. Or someone feel left out in regards to a space with you. Or shit, you feel left out. You thought you was pulling yourself out of conflict by not healing something, and now you feel left out from whatever it is you was not trying to heal. You was not trying to work on. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, you don't gotta be. But look, something's over. If this is you versus someone outside you, someone still feels sick because Sagittarius is no longer giving to this space. Sagittarius is no longer investing their time, energy, or awareness in this space. But it ain't make you happy. So what? Someone just wanted you to stay where you weren't happy? That's foolish. Yeah, you over it. Hard, 3 of swords in reverse. You over it. Because you realized it wasn't going nowhere. Or if it's you versus you, you may feel, you defensive, or someone's defensive toward. If it's you versus you, it's like you thought not fighting for something would heal something. Or it's like you weren't gonna fight if you're not. It's like you can't heal something because you didn't fight for it in some way, shape, or form, and now you feel left out from whatever it is. Something's defensive, or now you're just cold and defensive now because it's like you're wounded in some way, shape, or form. If it's you versus you, it's like you lost something you didn't want to lose, but you didn't fight for it. That type of situation. Something makes you emotional, and you feel left out from it. So all I'm saying is no new friends. See, no more new friends, said Sagittarius. After this situation, now you're defensive towards people because you're cold now. Because you feel left out of something. Or if it's you versus someone outside you is defensive because you're not healing a situation with them. You're not fighting for a space with them. Or you're just no longer fighting, period, because you realize something can't be healed. Something can't be worked on. So you left it alone. Now whatever you left alone feels cold. Now whatever you left alone is in defense mode. It's in survival mode. Defensive towards everyone and everything around it. Because it's just like, again, so you were the outlet. You were the plug. You kept something or someone alive. Someone was codependent on you, Sagittarius. Look, but you realized something was not long-term. It wasn't a good long-term investment. You thought it was stable once upon a time, 4 of Wands, when it was passionate, when it was fiery, you feel me? But then it's like you met more people, and more people might have been in this relationship than was required. And that brought friction, that brought conflict when you were trying to work on a relationship, when you were trying to participate, when you were trying to keep it alive. But then you realize no matter how much I try to heal this, it will never be. So I gotta let it go because it's not good for me. You feel me? Now you're in the space where you ain't had no new friends. You feel you can't trust people. You're defensive. You're cold. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you there, Sagittarius. Yeah, look, you defensive. We got 2 defense cards. If it's you versus someone else, if it's you versus you feel you went through something. Maybe a relationship you've been working on for a long time because you thought this partner was your partner, who you was going to go to the grave with. You thought this was where your family was. You thought this was where your life was. You feel me? Only to find out that it was not a good investment. Only to find out no matter how much you try to hold on to or how much you try to work on this relationship, how much you try to heal this relationship, it would never go anywhere. Every time you gave yourself, it only brought you back conflict. It was always an argument, or it was always some bullshit that would occur, whether it was with you and your partner or just you and with people outside you. So you have to let it go. Now that you let it go, you kind of cold, you kind of defensive, because it's like you let go of what you thought was your everything. You feel me? You thought you could trust these people. You thought you could trust these family members, only to find out you can't go in this direction. You can't invest in these people. You can't invest in these family members. You have to be cold and defensive towards them. You have to leave them out, thus putting you in a cold space because you may feel alone now. You feel like everyone you thought was long-term is not long-term. Everyone you thought was solid was not solid. Now you're defensive towards everyone around you, period. If it's you versus you, that's one way it could be. If it's another way, if you versus you, now that you realize what was feeding off of you or what was keeping you in conflict, you separated from that because you realize it wasn't a good long-term investment. Now someone feels cold, and it's just like someone feels left out of a space with you. Now that you're defensive towards someone, now someone's defensive towards everyone around them because you're not open to receive them anymore. You're not open to invest in them anymore because you found the truth. You can't heal this relationship. You can't heal this partnership because the only mentalities and ideas someone brings are lower mentalities, negative mentalities. Someone only tries to control something. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. That's another way it could be. Whew. So whether you feel cold and defensive because you left out of something you didn't fight for, or someone feels cold in regards to they feel left out from you because you're no longer expressing yourself. You're no longer fighting for the relationship that wasn't going to go anywhere. You're going to have to tell me which side of the fence you on, but I'm going to fuck with you.